Aristotle once said, "The essence of life is to serve others and do good." When we sat down to discuss our project, it was obvious that helping our community was important to all of us. We wondered what would drive students to want to volunteer their time on top of all the schoolwork that they're already responsible for, and then it hit us. There are elective requirements in every degree program that could easily be swapped out with experience. Why not allow students to volunteer their time in exchange for that course's credits? Not only would it help our communities, but it would also help pad the student's resume with real-world experience.
Hello everyone, my name is Brandon Bowen, and today I'd like to tell you all about why the Knights Pledge project is important to me. The reason it's important to me is because I feel like this is something that could really help out with someone that is in my situation. And what I mean by that is someone that would like to volunteer and would like to give their time to local charities and help out in their local communities, but for whatever reason they are not able to. And those reasons could include not having the time. They may have conflicting school and work schedules where they're always either doing one or the other. They're either at work or doing schoolwork, so they wouldn't have the time to volunteer. Some also don't know where to start. They don't know what charities are looking for volunteers. They may not know where to look, what charity would be right for them. They may not have any clue about that. But with the Knights Pledge, we solve those problems for them. All a student has to do is log on to our website using their student ID, and then just like that, they are in. And right on the home page, you see all the charities in your local community that are looking for volunteers. And you can scan through, see what they want, and just like that, you are helping out in your local communities while also earning credits towards your degree. And this is something that any student would die for. Being able to earn credits while not having to take a class, that is a student's dream right there. And because of that, that is the reason why I think this is something that could work in real life. It's not something that just sounds good on paper. This is something that could be applied into the real world if the school wanted to do such a thing. I feel like a lot of students would want to volunteer knowing that they'd be able to earn credits towards their degree while also helping out in their local communities. And for that reason, that is why the Knights Pledge is important to me.
Volunteer work offers vital help to those in need. It's a great way of giving back to the community and gives a sense of social responsibility. It also provides students an opportunity to apply academic learning to real-life events.
Good afternoon, I am Marcia Grant with the School of IT from Middle Georgia State University, and I am a senior. We're having a senior capstone project where we are creating an application that will track volunteer hours for our students, which then in return can earn course credits through specialized classes through the college and towards earning their degree. So tell me a little bit about yourself and about your organization.
Sure. So I'm Katrina Spooner. I'm with the Arc Macon. I'm the Chief Administrative Officer here, so I oversee all of our operations. But we are a local nonprofit started here in 1953 by a group of parents who wanted to advocate for their young ones who wanted to live in the community, be a part of the community, be educated, and work in the community. And so we still continue those services now for adults, and we provide residential living options, day support, supported employment, and during the summer, our beloved summer camp that we have, where it gives our individuals an opportunity to do activities that you or I may take for granted and may not even have the opportunity to do ourselves. And it also gives families some time for respite. We serve a little over 100 individuals a year. So we have grown tremendously, and we hope to continue to grow over the next year, especially with our supported employment program out in the community to expand that community network.
Wonderful. So do you have any specialized needs or special needs for specialized volunteers from like our School of IT, School of Education, or Health and Sciences?
Absolutely. We could definitely use some individuals with skills in IT not only to help us with some of the apps that we have built to modify them, but also to add more apps. A couple of things that we've done have actually been to put tablets in all of our group homes. We have 12 group homes in the area and 2 locations where we also operate day support out in the community. So having more apps that we can utilize for our staff to be able to get things done, like tracking maintenance, making supplies orders, etc., would be extremely helpful. Other things that would be really useful, we have many activities that we could always use a medical professional there for oversight in case there's any first aid needed, etc. So because we have individuals that do have some healthcare needs, and that oversight would be wonderful. And then as far as education, we have several individuals that have goals of learning how to count money and read, and so having a tutor, especially someone who's closer in age to them than perhaps maybe a staff person, when it's nice to have that peer relationship where they feel like someone is helping them learn along the way, and they can relate to a little bit more, perhaps so than more so than a paid staff member. But we would absolutely love to have some students assist us with those projects.
Oh, most definitely. So how can our volunteers help make a difference in the community through your organization?
Well, like I mentioned, we serve over 100 individuals per year, so that's an opportunity to touch over 100 lives using the help of students. And we would love to have students get that opportunity, because volunteering, it not only helps the people that you're serving, but it helps you expand your life. And it's hard to walk away from being with our individuals without leaving with a smile on your face. You'll have a story, a memory, and hopefully a lasting connection that you would want to do more volunteering and have more experiences with them, especially once you learn the capacities of our individuals and really help them expand their opportunities to meet other people in the community and build these natural supports.
Oh, definitely. I know that volunteering is a passion that I have, but there's some people that don't know how to reach out. They want to get involved, but they don't have a forum for reaching out. So what is your forum now for publicizing your events and getting volunteers?
Well, we would love to have more help with that, because currently we use our own social media and our website, but if you don't know about us, it's hard to find out about those opportunities. But social media and our Facebook, we are the Ark Macon. On our website's thearkmacon.org. But we would love to have a direct connection to students. We've used student interns that we have a New Year's Eve Big Bash that always needs a ton of volunteers, and not just on the event, but leading up to get the word out, to publicize. And so it would be great to have more students involved in that way and to get the word out to the community.
Wonderful. Well, Katrina, I appreciate your time, and I hope that the school can move forward with this application and make it come fruition on the website. And good luck to you and all of your wonderful staff that do an awesome job. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
On the home page, there's a short ad featuring the Knights Pledge. If you scroll down, you'll see a list of 8 approved charity organizations, and if you click on one of the images, you'll be directed to the website to learn more information about that specific organization. From here, you can click the About tab. Here's our mission statement and a short About section. Our mission statement is empowering Knights to discover the power of serving others and their community. The About section speaks briefly about the inspiration behind the development of the Knights Pledge. You can also click on the Contact tab. This page will show you who you can contact if you ever need assistance. It also houses 2 of our PDF forms, the Charity Service Request and the Community Service Verification form, which we will explain later in this video. So now let's move on to registering. All you have to do to register is just click Register on this top right hand corner of the screen. Then it's going to take you to a form that asks you just to complete a few questions. All you have to do after that is just click register. After finishing registration, you can log in. You're taken straight to the View Update Profile page. On this page, you can change anything that you need to about your profile, including your password. From here, you can click the Sign Up for Event link. This page will show you the events that are available. It includes the organization's name, the event name, a brief description of the event, as well as the date and the time of the event. You can read through these, and once you find one that you're interested in, all you have to do is click this Sign Up button. On this page, you would just confirm which class you'd like to substitute the hours for. After signing up for the event, it will take you automatically to the My Events page. Here you can see any of the events that you've been registered for. You can also get to this page by clicking the Registered Events button. The Instructor Approvals tab shows when an instructor has put in an approval for a specific event. The Volunteers Hour tab shows that the time has been earned for a specific class number. However, before a student can turn their volunteer hours into credit hours, they must fill out a verification form. This verification form is used as a means to authenticate the hours that were worked. It must be signed by both the student and an administrator from the charity. Once this form is completed and turned back into the instructor, the hours can be added to the student's My Volunteer Hours page. Instructors can also log into the website. They can navigate to their own login portal by clicking the login button on the top right of the screen. Below the area where the student logs in, there is another link to the instructor portal. Here, the instructor would just enter their information. The instructor dashboard shows multiple tabs where the instructor can go in to add a new charity, add a new event, or approve events that students have done. The charity events page is the first thing displayed after logging in. Here you can see 3 events that have already been approved in the system. Clicking Add New Charity Event will allow an instructor to create a new charity event within the system that corresponds to an approved charity. On the Charity Organization tab, an instructor can add a new approved organization. Although the Knights Pledge only has 8 approved charities at this time, there is room for growth in the future. Charities who would like to be a part of this program can fill out the charity request form with their information as well as the type of activity they would like the volunteers for. An instructor would review this form to see if they can match the activity to any elective courses. If they can, then they would use the Add New Charity Organization to add the charity to the list of approved charities. They would then navigate to the charity event page to create the new event. When Middle Georgia State University approves another course to be added to the program, an instructor would go to the Eligible Courses tab. Here we can see 4 courses we have already added to the system. To add a new course, the instructor would click Add New Eligible Course. Here, they would include the CRN, the subject, the course name, and the section number. After this new course is created, it would show up on the drop-down on the student side when selecting which course the student would like to substitute the volunteer hours for. The Instructor Accounts tab shows all active instructor accounts, while the Student Accounts tab shows all active student accounts. Please note that for security, all of the passwords have been encrypted. Once an instructor receives notice that a student would like approval to do an event for credit hours, they would go to the Instructor Approvals tab. Here, they would create a new approval that includes the student ID number, the event that has been approved, and the course it has been approved for. After the student has completed the volunteer work and submitted the verification form, the instructor would go to the volunteer times page. To add a completed event, they would click Add New Volunteer Time. This information includes the event, the amount of time the student volunteered, the class the hours were approved for, and how many hours of that course have been covered by the event. Smaller events would be worth less credit hours than tedious projects. Eventually, these approved hours would add up to cover the entire course. Studies show that volunteers live a more fulfilling life. Our goal is a happier, healthier community filled with happier, healthier students. Greatness starts here.
Here.
Here.